Netflix did
That's
a
stupid.
$5 billion deal
So they're gonna charge us
with the
extra.
WWE. That's the reason it's What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Real. You already know we rebranded ourselves, and here we go with another episode. As always, I'm your host Gerald, and I got my little brother with me, Rick.
What's
Say
up,
what's up to the
guys?
people. Oh, I thought you're not gonna talk. I thought you were gonna, just put your hands in the air and wave 'em like you don't care. All right,
Say
we got
hey,
we got some football to get
ho.
into. As far as games, but we have some like coaching to get into. What's going on in the NFL? Couple stories. We're gonna get into some side stories that I just come upon when I'm throughout my day. A little bit of basketball for the most part. Man, we're just excited that the football season is going the way it is. A lot of excitement. So let's just kick it off there. Let's kick it off with divisional round. Um, a lot of good games. Some of them we expected them to go a different way. Some of the teams had chances to win, possibly, and either messed. Oh, it was just on them. They couldn't capitalize on the opportunity. Let's just start with the first. Well, the first game, Ravens against the Texans. They went into the half tied. There was a little bit of rust there. Do you agree? For the
Yeah,
Baltimore?
yeah, I think it's because you see it in both games, more on the 49ers. But after you take a whole week off and then you're just like, okay, we have a bye week, we're relaxing, we're recuperating our body. Even after during the season, after the bye week, usually say teams come out a little sluggish just because you play so many consecutive games. You're like, all right, same routine, same routine. Then you got a week off and you're like, oh, I gotta get back. That's like having a week off from work. It takes you a while to actually get momentum back on. And you're like, oh, okay,
it's,
now I feel like back in it.
it's like when you go on vacation, you gotta take like another 3 days after your vacation, and you're like, I need a vacation from my vacation.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, yeah, because oh no, vacation. You go on vacation, you're like, oh, it's gonna be relaxing. That thing is actually
No, it's
more
not.
exhausting than when you just do on your day-to-day basis. Like it's like school, not school, but work, gym,
School.
and then go home. Uh, yeah, because I am. But you got work, gym, school, or you got to cook and stuff. You're like, all right, you're so used to it. But then you take a week off and you get back into it. You're like, shit, I don't want to do this no more. Like, why was I doing this shit? So it took them a while, but they got in the second half, and once Baltimore clicked, they clicked. Well, their defense was already on point all game. I think it took their offense a little longer because their defense was getting CJ Stroud like complete out. That offense couldn't do squat out there. And then once the offense started kicking, it was lights out. And they couldn't contain Lamar. Lamar would be going for 20, 30, 40 yards of running. So that's the thing. I mean, Baltimore, I feel like it's theirs for the taking this year. They have a complete team, defensively, offensively. It looks like now they got that 1 week going. They're just gonna build off of it. So
Yeah, I mean, Houston, as much as they want to get their offense going, they just couldn't. The running game was not there at all game. And CJ tried to find players to pass the ball to, but yeah, that Baltimore defense is just it's it's nice. It's real nice. And one thing about Baltimore, they always been like you always know them for a defensive team. They hit hard. Like they make
they play
sure that
aggressive.
they're yeah. So and that's what it was about. And they in the second half they left Texas scoreless exactly how at 10 and just basically took the game into their hands and ended up 34-10 with a final score and moving on to the conference trip. And that
But
Saturday night,
you gotta
what
give it
happened? Yeah.
you gotta give credit to Houston. The season that they had, the young players, very young team. Nobody expected them to be this far. They won a playoff game. It was the kind of like their first year. Who knows how it's gonna go? Rookie coach, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback, a lot of rookie players, and they're just finding themselves. So you think about it, because they have a lot of cap space to build off of. Who knows what they can build out in Houston? Because they already say, "Whoa, look at everything they did without like superstars." Now you saw what CJ does. You saw the talent like Tank Hill.
Tank Dell.
Then
Dell.
yeah,
Dell. Dell.
Tank Hill.
Hill.
Tank
I
Dell.
was like,
I
you
was, I
could
was, I
like
was, I was, I was, I was gonna come and do hell, but I was confused. So you got Tank Dell, you got Nico Collins. So you fix up that O line, you beef up the defense a little bit. You add an extra one or two receivers. The running backs are still good. That team could be scary. They can definitely win that division again. So
I mean, and it's not like you have to do too much to the O line. Maybe add some veterans here and there, or pick up some pieces because they protected CJ all year pretty well. Like
yeah,
CJ had enough time to, like, if CJ was a scrambler, there's way more opportunities for him out there because he was always good in the pocket and he took hits. He
oh,
waited
he
to
really
release the
did.
ball. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, like you said, we got to give them their flowers. They went in, won a division, played great. Probably would have won more games than just 10 if it wasn't for CJ sitting out two games basically on for concussion. So they probably would end at either 11-6 or 12-5 for a first year, well, rookie head coach combo. It's and then they're not the only rookies on the team, like you said. So I mean, this is a
Exactly. So
good, yeah, a good way to start. And going forward, it could be their division that you have to play them in order to win a division. They over.
which
I mean,
and one season looks
unless
like they already took out everybody's favorite Jaguars.
yeah, I
Because
mean, I
CJ's easily the
also
best quarterback in that division. He is.
yeah, no, he is, but I still want to see when the Colts are completely healthy how they look too. I think it can be between them two probably for the division
Yeah,
going into.
you can already write off Jacksonville because they're bums.
All right, with that being said, let's move on to Saturday night. The 49ers came out rusty as well. Brock Purdy didn't play a
Glad
perfect game.
they stayed rusty.
Um, yeah, Brock Purdy didn't play a perfect game. Debo got injured. It looked like were they gonna once again due to injuries not get it going, but with that man CMC back there, everything is possible. Like it's like that's the only guy you need. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Even though they were playing like that, Green Bay had a chance to win.
Green Bay, I think if they would have been more aggressive at the beginning of the game, they would have had it. I think it was uh I think it was theirs to the taking because you saw they were able to move the ball, but you can't win off of field goals. You need to finish them. You need to get touchdowns, especially like against the 49ers team. 49ers and Brock Purdy did not look like the cleanest. Then without Debo, you know they struggle without Debo. I think Brock Purdy's record, he still has a good record, but it's worse without Debo. I think he has like 3 losses without Debo or something like that. And meanwhile, everybody else only has like one or so. So Debo's a big factor to that game. I think Green Bay came out aggressive, but they just couldn't finish it. And I think it ended up being that Brock Purdy did the better job at finishing the game because they had the opportunity. They went got that drive, and then Jordan Love he did a dumb rookie mistake that
He did a mistake that basically what reminded me of was when the Giants played the Packers and Brett Favre threw a pick in overtime to basically send us with the field goal to go to the Super Bowl. That's what kind of reminded me because it was one of those like I'm just gonna throw it up there, but I don't understand why. You just needed a first down. I think you still had a timeout or two left. Like you had time to drive up the field, and I don't know if it's the possibility of not trusting your kicker after he just missed one that like we need to go out there and score instead of just try to tie the game. So I don't know if he was trying to force things on the field and that's the case, but it was a bad throw either way.
what the score in that?
24-21.
Oh, so why he do that?
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I don't understand. That's what I said. Like maybe it was the fact that they just missed the kick to go up
Yeah, so why did he
three
even
point
rush it even more? I forgot about that. I was like, wait, I was like, yeah, you
yes,
did just because he threw that like it was like and like
the
Hail
final
Mary,
play.
yeah, like you need
Yes.
so because you could have
So it
thrown it
doesn't
out.
make sense.
You already out the pocket. You could have thrown it out. You could have thrown it grounded to somebody's feet. That would have been the same thing as like just giving away a ball. But you easily could have thrown it out. You could have tried to run out of bounds. You could have done anything else, but never throw the ball, especially on a 49ers defense that you know that they were all eyeballing you. So it was a big mistake on him, and he'll probably learn for it. He still had a great, successful end of the career, end of season right there. He just got built off
And
of
the
it.
career.
Yeah. End of season, probably end of his career with that shit. And LaFleur, the way he had that team going, oh gosh, you gotta give credit to that
I
guy.
mean, yeah, like you said, the fact that they couldn't score was a main difference. If you think about the Dallas game, they went up the field. I mean, well, went down the field. like 4 times, 4 touchdowns. This
Oh,
game, they
Christ.
went down the field 4 times, and it was field goals. Like comparing field goals to touchdowns, yes, you're not gonna. That's why one game was a blowout, and the other one, unfortunately, you did lose. And that defense, regardless on the 49ers,
They had
is
4 field
nice.
goals?
Four, I think, 4 or 3. I'm out. Yeah, to begin the game, yeah, it was a complete opposite of what they did in Dallas.
But how did it end up 21-24?
Uh, they scored 1 touchdown, I believe. I'll tell you right now. They got one, two, oh no, 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns. Oh, because one of them they didn't do anything down there. They went for fourth down. That's what it was, and they didn't complete it either.
Mm.
When yeah, there you go. That's why I'm like they had a couple drives down there. Okay, 2 field goals, yeah, and one of them, which I think he had the first down. I mean, I think they spotted the ball wrong,
I think they spotted the ball wrong on
and
the third down. After the third, I think they did a
okay,
short.
okay.
And then they spotted it
So either way, would have
worse.
okay.
Yeah. Because then when you
I
did the tush
mean,
push, well, the QB sneak, I think he would have got it if they would have spotted the ball correctly the third down.
yeah. So I mean, there you go. They had 2 field goals, and then the
Bravo.
turnover on downs, which got 0 points. And the defense for the 49ers play well. Brock Purdy
Brock,
didn't look as good as he was.
Brock what?
Brock
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy. He didn't look too purdy to play that game, but I mean, he got it done when it counted. And once again, when you have CMC back there, just give the man the ball, and he'll make people miss. And
That's what he does.
had two big touchdowns
As
in the
long as you
game.
got him, you know you're in that game regardless. So he's gonna play him. He's literally gonna put you on his back and he's gonna carry your ass to the end zone. So they
Yeah,
look bad, but if you think about it, this is probably the worst game they have played like that, and they were able to match it. But not probably the worst because they probably played pretty bad another game maybe this year. But
Baltimore.
oh yeah, that was pretty bad. But they were able
Yeah,
they were able to push through, which can give them momentum, and I think they'll handle business next week. Um, but it was a tough game to go and play against Green Bay, who Green Bay had like that FM mentality. So credit to them, and I still think they're gonna be in the Super Bowl with the Baltimore. That's my picks.
there you go. I mean, damn, you're getting ahead of yourself. Okay, we're not even there yet. We're not even. We're 2 weeks away from picks anyway. So let's get to today's games. Well, today's
We're one
games.
week
I mean,
away.
this week's.
We're 1 week
Oh
away,
yeah, you're technically yeah, because the Pro
and then
Bowl.
we're finally flying out to the Pro Bowl to take coverage. Imagine.
Yo, that'd be imagine that'd be lit. So that do it for the Packers and 49ers game. Then we have Sunday. Sunday was full of great games too. Detroit with another home win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bucks almost had
Um,
it. They just couldn't stop them at the end. And I don't. I know they have good players, the Lions, but it's more their coach. That OC that they have. What's his name? You remember his name?
I don't know. I'll get it for you. Continue.
The
Yeah, I got you.
the offensive coordinator they have easily head coaching candidates. That who knows if maybe one of these teams want to give him a shot. Maybe Washington is waiting for him.
Oh yeah, Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson. Maybe Washington is waiting for
Yes.
him. Maybe Seattle wants to wait for him. Because those are only two positions that we'll get into later. But
Hmm.
a lot of people are high on him. He has that offense rolling. He has Jared Goff playing phenomenal. Um, whenever you need an execution play. Whenever you need a big play, he executes.
Whoa, I don't know where you're playing, but
Whenever you need
I
it,
definitely don't. You're on some.
whenever you need a big play, he executes. Like that, what was it? I think it was 4th and 1, and they went for it, and they did a fake, like they were gonna go to one tight end, but it was actually the other tight end pulling out to the back, and then he saw him run like really slowly
Oh
with the
yeah.
ball. I don't know how that dude was running like a of 10 seconds for a 20-yard dash, but the dude ran super slow. But that was a great play because everybody's like, all right, we know he's gonna try to do a fake handoff, or he's gonna try to go with a little cut tight end. But no, it was actually cut tight end, but back cut the other tight end wide open. So that's great calling right there. So it's him. You got the offensive line who goes great. Penny Sewell. He's probably one of the best, if not top 5 in his position as a right guard. I think he is. think he's a right guard, right tackle. But either way, you see them move, and then you got Gibson, you got Montgomery, you always got St. Brown, so they got a lot of weapons. And Golf has built more, like, um, what's it called? No,
Momentum.
but he's building confidence in himself. Yeah, so he
Okay.
has a lot of confidence. He doesn't care. He knows he got this. But that was at home, back-to-back home games. Now you gotta see when he goes to a different house and see how they act, because they don't got the crowd behind them. You don't got the whole support of Michigan over there. That's all straight 49ers fan.
Yeah, I mean, Tampa kept it close. They had an opportunity to basically win the game.
Bums.
Couldn't capitalize, especially on defense.
They
Detroit was just running
but
up and
they
down
like there
on
was
like
moments that they
they.
had them and they just couldn't.
Yeah,
It's like they were
exactly.
saying it for
They
like
just
three
they
and
I
they
don't.
couldn't stop the four. They could saying it for two, and the second and long, third and long, whatever, they make the first. It's like when the play mattered the most, the Lions were able to get a play, and that's what their whole
Yeah,
game.
yeah. I mean, they also at some point the Bucks went for two when they scored. I think their
Yeah,
second touchdown, which
I hate when
instead
they
of
say that.
these these analytics sometimes do not make like okay. Let's say obviously you didn't complete the two. The game ended an 8 point game. Let's say the Tampa Bay Bucks did march on the field, score a touchdown. Now you got to score a 2 point conversion to even tie the game instead of just doing a field goal, which most likely is probably easier. I mean, should be instead of getting a 2 point conversion. So I don't understand what the mindset behind the analytics of saying, "Oh, go for two when certain times." Like it makes the game more difficult, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I never understood it. I guess yeah, because if you and the fact that they said it's 95% chance of you making a kick. Meanwhile, if you go for two and you miss, you still have a 96%. It's like 1 to 2%. This is doesn't matter. I guess
Yeah,
1%, but it's not like you have a better chance of actually fucking kicking it. All right, if you miss the kick, then you just go for two the next time, and you know you have to get it. But if you don't get it the first time, what's the difference? All right, if you want to win the game, I guess, but it's a playoff. I don't want to just wait until I win the game. What if you miss both? What if you miss the kick that you think is supposed to go in the second time? Then you're back in the same situation.
yeah, I know.
So it's stupid, and I mean I don't get it, but teams do it, and I hate when they're trying to justify it. Like no, it's a dumb move. But the Bucks had it. I also
Yeah,
don't
I mean, I
like
don't.
Todd Bowles. He gave up. He basically then called a timeout. There's still time. What if they miss a kick?
Oh, yeah, I was gonna
What if
say
they
that.
miss the
Okay.
kick? I mean, you're still fucking playing to win the game. It's not like it's not like an in-season game that like, all right, well, that's the only thing we'll have next week. No, this is like there's no next week for you guys. It's next season. So you have a timeout. What are you gonna do? You're not getting money for your timeouts if you keep them in your pockets. Force them to do something. Who knows? What if you block and you running back? That's crazy shit happens in the NFL. I mean,
Yeah,
look at the Minneapolis Miracle or Minnesota Miracle. I put it up like I have it on or some
yeah.
shit. It's because US Bank Stadium was like right there.
He said, like, look, I'm right here. I mean, I'll show you guys. Let's go to the cameras. But before what you were talking about, before that play of they could have stopped, press timeout or whatever the case is. Baker had an opportunity to go on the field and try to score the touchdown. And this man did a terrible miss. He did the same thing Jordan Love did. Like he forced something, and not only did he force it like to the side, is basically what they tell you: don't force things down the middle. That's like in soccer. When you're playing defender, don't pass the ball in the middle of the field because a striker might come, take it, and score.
Yeah,
Like whatever you do,
yeah. I
you
mean,
do not throw the touchdown in the middle of the field.
yeah. I don't know what he saw. You could throw the ball in the middle of the field, but who says you don't throw the ball in the middle of the field?
No, I mean, no, I know, but he was completely like he was not even
Oh,
open,
okay.
or
So,
the linebacker was there the whole
okay,
time.
I get it. So he's probably
Like,
eyeing one receiver too.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
he was probably eyeing the
I'm like,
tight end the
you
whole
can throw the
time.
ball in the middle. I know you never throw back across the like that's what Jordan Love did.
Yeah, across
He threw
your body,
50. He did a
across your
whole
body.
across the field. That's why it's
Yeah.
easier. But I don't mind him to throw down the middle. You can throw it down the middle. What the hell?
No, but I mean, like
Soccer,
I
yeah,
guess he would
soccer,
just,
yeah.
yeah,
You
I
don't
guess he
throw it down
was,
the middle because you know damn well. But that's like say,
First of all, you don't throw it.
Well, you
That's a
can throw it,
card
you're a
if you throw
goalie.
it.
But that's like saying basketball. No, I don't want you to shoot from the middle of the 3-pointer because you never shoot from the middle. Like you can shoot. There's nothing wrong with that. No,
First of
Baker
all, the
had a
three
shot.
pointer in basketball was not the 3-pointer. The 3-pointer in basketball was not a thing until Curry came in
Yeah,
the league, and you forced everybody in the
he
NBA to
ruined that
change.
shit. I
I know. I think
no,
he. I
but no,
mean,
and yeah,
I
it's 'cause
love it.
it's for him. But now you got these bum 3-point shooters who like instead of going for a 2, they want to settle for a 3, and they miss all the time. Like you guys aren't Steph.
Okay, but you can't.
And here comes the
Okay, but
analytics
exactly, you
again.
can't.
I know that if you get 3, then you get the 2. 3 is more than 2.
No, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. You say he ruined it. It's not just because he's good doesn't mean he ruined it. They
Yeah,
don't have to
no, but
try
he
it.
ruined it
They
because now he's
choose to
giving
try it.
bums confidence. Like, oh, I should pull up too. But
That's
you're not
fucked
Curry.
up.
You're not though. Like that's the hell. That's like saying like Shaq goes up. He's like, oh, I see Curry. I'm gonna pull a 3. Like no, like you can go get your 2.
Yeah, but he's smart though. Yeah, but he's smart. He didn't. He lived in
Exactly.
the
But
post.
now,
All right, let's get. All right, let's get back to football. What were you saying about
oh,
Tampa?
that Baker fucked it up. I mean, he had opportunity to be a Mr. Batman tied up and do his little dancey dance, but he couldn't do it. And the Lions were feeling pressure. I think they had one
Yeah.
timeout left or two, 1 or 2 timeouts, and I think they had like a minute or so on the clock left. But it is what it is.
No, yeah. I mean, there was still time.
Li-
So, I mean, Tampa went home
Yeah,
with a timeout.
and
It is
Lions
what it
moved
is.
on.
Detroit, Detroit, this basically did what you ask for any home team in any sport to do, is take take advantage of whole field, and that's what they did. They got their 2 wins at home,
Yeah.
and moving on. So now we go to basically what everybody considered the game of the week. The Chiefs travel up to Buffalo to play the Bills in a late Sunday night game. And a lot of people were thinking this, I was one of them, this for the chance for the Bills to finally surpass them. Finally take advantage of, okay, they're coming here. His first home game away. Can we finally make it through our home to the conference chip? But Mahomes and the Chiefs had different ideas for them.
I think I just think Chiefs have Buffalo's number. I think because now you can't even say it's the crowd. You had the momentum going in. You had finding your home field advantage. You had a very depleted Kansas City because this is the worst team Kansas City had since Mahomes been there, like talent wise. And this is yours for the taking. I get you have injuries on defense. Mahomes doesn't have nobody who can catch usually. But you have Josh Allen and home, and the way you guys been playing, it's been like on a hot streak, which is why everybody's like, if you don't get it now, then when are you gonna get it? The conditions were bad, yeah, but that's both teams playing that condition, and everybody's defending Allen and saying this is a rivalry. But how's it a rivalry if you haven't beat him in the playoffs? You haven't beaten him in Arrowhead. You haven't beaten him now at your home. At least Burrow beat him in Arrowhead. And who knows what's gonna happen with Lamar? But let's say Lamar beat. If you don't beat them, how is it? It's not a rivalry. It's more like yeah, we see two good quarterbacks, two great quarterbacks, but one is definitely lopsided. Because when push comes to shove, one always outshines the other. But like, oh, but he can't play defense. He can't kick the ball. Mahomes doesn't play defense or kick the ball either. He does the same shit what Allen does, but he finds a way to get his team where it has to be. Oh yeah, but his can't catch. Diggs with the ball went through his hand. Mahomes been did that with all season. So there's so many excuses. Allen should have done something. He had the opportunity to do it on a drive where he overthrew what's it called? Shanker, whatever his name is. He overthrew him in the end zone. He could have done
Yeah,
more plays. You could have been more heroic. When things come, it doesn't happen to you. You haven't even won an MVP. So why are we comparing you to one of the greats? You are very talented, but at the same time you're also the worst. So there's a reason why you're inconsistent. So even when it's like game is on the line and you could do something, Mahomes always outshines you better. And it doesn't matter. It is what it is. But Buffalo's just that bad luck because when they had 13 seconds left, Mahomes got them that kick. They won in overtime. And then
Shakir.
Shakir. And then they changed the call that both teams get the ball in the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs. Why? Because Josh Allen lost. What's the excuse now? How many excuses are you gonna keep giving and giving and giving and giving? He hasn't done more than what he is. That's what he is. Allen's he's gonna lead your team as much as he can, but he needs more people around him to do their part, and he also needs to outshine the other quarterback, and he doesn't. He hasn't outshined Mahomes. He hasn't outshined Burrow. So who are you outshining when it's playoff time? A bum team because you took advantage of a depleted Pittsburgh. So it is what it is. That's how much you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him to the playoffs, and yeah, a lot of franchises like the Jets, we would love to go to the playoffs every year. But when you're supporting a franchise, sooner or later you're tired of that shit. Like, all right, look at Pittsburgh. They want Tomlin now, and he has never had a losing record. That's just what it is. I mean, and your time is
I mean,
closing, or if not, it's closing quicker than you
yeah, I
expect.
mean, they they were expected to win that game. And finally, yeah, beat Mahomes. The Chiefs all of a sudden they got receivers. I don't know where they were all season long, but the
It's
past 2 weeks they're catching every single
because Darius
pass that
Tony's
is
not
thrown to
playing.
them. Pacheco Pacheco is running like he is getting paid this year millions. There was no way that Buffalo was stopping them on the run game either. But I believe Allen did everything he could offensively. That defense is depleted with injuries. A lot. There's a lot of
An
injuries in that
excuse.
defense. And you have a lot of backups playing. I mean, they shouldn't have been there with all
It's
the
not an
injuries they had
excuse.
anyway. Like as far as they got. I'm not gonna
It's
put
not
it on
Allen.
Allen though. He personally played a good game,
Okay, but
in my
when
opinion.
you look back,
He scored. The
when you
defense
look
couldn't
back
stop
in
nobody.
history, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Allen had a great game, but they lost." Who cares if you had a great game? It's super
I know.
irrelevant if you had a great game. Allen, same way how you said, we said Jordan Love had an opportunity to go tie the game. Same way we said Baker had an opportunity to go tie the game. Allen had an opportunity to go tie if not take the lead in that game. I forgot what it was, and he didn't do the job on that drive. So why are we making excuses for these other two quarterbacks? But for Allen, we have to hold him as a high pedestal because he has shown more greatness than the other ones. He shows as many goods as he admit. But
No, I'm not
even though you say
putting.
he had a good game, but when it came to the line, he didn't have a good game. If Mahomes wouldn't put the Chiefs in a drive to make them have whatever before they had to take the lead, if he didn't have them in that right area, they would be like Mahomes had the opportunity and he couldn't deliver. Or we're gonna say, oh no, the defense went bad. No, you can't just. At least Mahomes, we've seen him do it over and over again. We never seen Allen actually just finish it off and take the lead, and he takes full ownership.
No,
And we
I'm not
change
putting
and
him
they
like
changed the
on a
rule
pedestal, whatever.
just to see
But
Allen.
the defense,
They changed the
the
overtime rule to see Allen,
I
and he
know,
had
but
an opportunity. It's the same shit,
but the defense couldn't
but
stop nobody though. The
it
defense couldn't
doesn't
stop nobody.
matter. Who's gonna make an excuse? If your defense plays badly, you have to
Okay,
pick it up. That's what it is. It doesn't
but
matter.
your defense still needs to stop. Okay, Dallas,
Exactly.
for example, at some point they were putting up numbers against Green Bay. The defense was getting
But
shredded
when
by
did they
Green
stop?
Bay left and
But
right. If your
but
defense
when did
doesn't
they start
stop them
putting
from
numbers,
scoring,
Dallas? In the second half, when their defense already did bad, and what could the Dallas offense do? They couldn't do anything. So their offense couldn't do anything. Their defense couldn't do anything. They were just bad. So that's a bad
okay.
example. Allen,
No, I'm talking about just the defense part. But the defense still needs to stop the offense
okay,
from at least scoring.
but
The
I
Buffalo's
I
defense
get
was
it,
not
but
doing anything. That's what I'm
it's
trying to say.
so people want to blame the kicker. Allen could have made it easier to make that kicker's job easier on that drive because you could have got that ball somewhere else. It's windy. You know the conditions. You put him in that situation. You could have done more to help your team out. Why are we just bailing him out and blaming the rest on everybody else or blame on the defense? It's a complementary team. It goes hand in hand. It's like when we say about
Okay,
the Jets and the Giants. One of them sucks and the other one
okay.
does. But you have to do more of your part to just and we put you as one of the top quarterbacks in the league, which is probably top five, top six. But your team, for some reason, why is your team always the one that's out? Mahomes took his team to the Super Bowl. He had no O line when he went against Bucks. Burrow had a bad. Burrow had no O line. He took his
So,
team.
I know.
They find ways. It doesn't matter. You find a way to put your team where you want, and it is what it is. It's not like so. What happened to Diggs? Diggs is still there. He's trash. What happened to I know, but they're
Oh no, I mean he
but
disappeared in the playoffs. I don't like for him to be crying on the sideline. I'm sorry that to give him the ball and when they do give it to you, you don't catch them or make plays there's
exactly.
no
But you
point of
gotta
you saying
figure
you
out
want
a
the
way as
ball.
a quarterback to win that game. Cause that's what people want to see. But
Okay,
then you're gonna keep making. So what happens next year? What's the next excuse
so
now? This is 3 times he has lost to Mahomes, and this is the worst Kansas City team, and he lost at home. If you can't win Mahomes at home, if you can't beat
no, it's probably
Mahomes
not gonna
at
happen again.
home,
You're not
and
gonna
you
get another.
and you and your
Yeah,
time is already running out because I don't even know why. Because you have weapons on offense and defense. Yeah, you're hurt, but a lot of teams have excuses. And
and Burrow is back
And
next year.
he
So I
could
mean,
have done stuff to
you're adding
lead
another
that
quarterback.
game. So everybody's defending Allen, Allen, Allen. You could have done something. Nobody make everybody.
No, I'm just
It's
not gonna
not
throw
the
the whole game on him. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. Yeah, he's could have done a lot, but I'm
they
just
didn't
not
lose.
gonna be
I'm not
like
saying
they
they lose.
lost because of him.
I'm not saying they
That's what
lost.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
everything's on him. I'm just saying that
Yeah,
people are trying to blame either the kicker or like you said the defense or people are trying to blame everything. But they were like, all right, but no,
I'm
Allen
not.
did
Yeah,
great. No, Allen didn't do great if he put his team in that certain situation. Yeah, you played great games, but all right, you could have made your kicker's life easier. What about if you would have had more successful drives? You could have made your defense more easier. You could have done more as a be better than what you already are. But like, oh yeah, but you had a great game. You have to be better. Look at Mahomes. We don't think Mahomes had a great game. He has to be better, and
okay.
Mahomes always outshines him one way.
Let me ask you a question. Okay, let me ask you a question. If Kansas City did lose this game and the receivers played basically
Mhm.
how they've been playing all season, except for the wild card game, obviously, and they lose this game, they go into Buffalo, lose this
It
game. Are
depends
you
how
blaming Mahomes or are you blaming the
Mahomes probably
receivers?
could have done
Or
more, but it
Mahomes could
depends
have
how
done
it
more
goes.
to
Because if it's all these draw balls like we always seen, everybody's gonna blame the receivers because Mahomes can't do anything with
Mhm.
that. But if it's more like he dumps dumb interception, he does bad reads, then it's on him. But nobody's gonna judge Mahomes as much as they'll judge Allen because Mahomes
Okay,
done it and been there. Because he's done it and been there.
because he won.
So
I
people
got you.
they're saying
Okay.
they don't want to judge Allen, but what I'm saying is like we can't exclude Allen because we see what he does, but we also never seen him make it to a Super Bowl. He hasn't been to a Super Bowl. He hasn't won MVP. Lamar won about to win back-to-back MVPs. Not Mahomes. Lamar. Mahomes already won an MVP. Mahomes two-time Super Bowl champion.
I'm on,
Who
yeah.
knows what happens with Lamar? But we just and we seen Burrow go to a Super Bowl. We just never seen Allen go anywhere far beyond the divisional round. Well, he's been to the AFC Conference, but beyond that, because he's been eliminated by
Yeah,
Burrow, he's been eliminated by Mahomes. So you gotta find a way to get because it doesn't matter what
yeah. I
you
mean,
do or how great you are. Your numbers are always what it is. He's gonna be stuck back. Like even Matt Ryan been to the Super Bowl and won an MVP. Matt Ryan. But who do we know? But who do I know? But he's been
he,
there. Like
he
he didn't
didn't
even
win the
have an
Super Bowl.
appearance. Mahomes doesn't even have. I mean, Allen doesn't even have an
Yeah, I
appearance.
know.
So you have to put some way to like. You got to figure something out
Yeah, I
too.
mean,
What if? I mean, this was the best scenario for them,
yeah,
and they blew it.
it was. But either way, I mean, I think even if they would have won that game, there was
Yeah,
no way they were
but
getting past Baltimore. Let's
but
be
you
honest.
could. It would have been
So,
a better game because at least
okay,
and
because you beat
Baltimore, yeah,
Mahomes.
they play physical, but Allen's a physical quarterback. If it takes him to run and do that, he'll probably can find a way
Okay.
to make that game closer than what it is. Now it's gonna be tough for Mahomes because Mahomes won that fast, and Mahomes he could get rocked easily
I
because
mean,
he's
so all right, we'll get to the games in a bit. But Kansas City, as much as some of us want to believe that the Bills would have won, we forget that Kansas City's been to Super Bowls. Been pressure is basically not they don't feel that. So for us to be like, for a lot of people to be like, oh, it's Mahomes' first away game. It doesn't matter to this man. He's been inside Super Bowls. It doesn't get more like pressure down than that. So he treated this like a regular game and just
yeah. I
went out there and
mean,
did what he had to do.
that's what I'm saying that people be
It,
like, oh, it's Mahomes' first game, away game, this and that. How is he gonna perform? Look how he performed, and he had everything against him, but and he still finds a way. And then you got like Allen,
yeah,
home game advantage, and it was yeah, he did good stuff, but he could have done better plays. He could have extended more drives. Now Mahomes is going to Baltimore, and that's going to be even a bit
Yeah,
tougher game because Baltimore's defense is fully loaded. So now you gotta see how he figures that thing out.
yeah. We'll get to that in 2 seconds. So yeah, so they won 27-24. But in my opinion, the best part of the game was Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey, shirtless, with a beer in his hand, yelling, in my opinion, was the best part of the game. Like, it doesn't get better than him. He jumped off the suite into the crowd, was cheering.
In retirement
He's
mode.
already
I mean,
having a great
you
time.
didn't even see Taylor Swift in that whole press box. It was all Jason Kelsey, and he loves the environment. He wants that. It's like it's like his human
Yeah.
nature. He said.
Nah, yeah. My
Did you
thing
get
just
kicked
stopped.
out?
But
You got kicked
yeah,
out?
I don't know what happened.
I got kicked
Yeah,
out
but we'll
too.
we'll continue.
How
That's
is it still going?
wild. Nah, well, I'll just whatever. We'll have some technical difficulties. I'll make sure we put it together. But I have no
Are you
idea what
recording
happened.
now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yo,
we're
that's
good.
crazy.
We're good. We're
I
good.
got booted out.
Completely?
Well, I can hear myself. How do I take
I
myself from
mean,
here?
no, yeah, I completely got I got booted out completely out of the whole system.
Yeah, I
It said
got kicked out.
it said refresh or whatever, and no idea.
Why do I hear myself?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. All right, guys, as we are moving forward, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. No idea why.
Yeah,
Hasn't happened. You're good?
I'm good.
All right, cool. All right, we're gonna continue with this. So we were just talking about Kelsey, and basically it was all about him. They were just showing him completely, which was great. Plus his brother was having the game of his damn life. 2 TDs. He was catching everything. That's the tight end we know,
Well,
and we'll see. With
it was easy for him because he just shredded that linebacker crew, which linebackers tend they're the ones who guard the tight ends. So you should have known he was gonna have a successful game. That's why I bet him.
and now let's move on to the divisional round. I mean, sorry, divisional round,
We're
conference round,
just in the divisional round.
the conference round. We have the Chiefs going up to Baltimore for another away game, but I feel like this time it's a little different, to be honest.
It is.
Baltimore is complete, like you said earlier, overall on every aspect. They play hard on offense and even harder on defense. They make sure you feel them when they hit you. What do you think Mahomes has to either try to do different or their game plan going up to into Baltimore?
I think they'll lose this game, and Mahomes tries to do some type of, um, cute shit when he does sometimes. Because this season he has done dumb turnovers that he even himself like scratches his head. Because you're like I remember against the Jets he did two bad ones. I forgot who else he did this season. He did two bad ones. But this game more is supposed to be on the run game. You gotta find a way to extend these drives and Mahomes on critical third downs find a way to push to keep these drives going because you want Lamar off the field as much as possible. Because trying to contain Lamar is going to be a headache for that defense overall. He has weapons and he can run. And you got the run game that's going very well for them. They look like very all complete. And if you can force Lamar to be more on the bench and you just waste more time and not see him, you don't want to see him because I think this is the highest Lamar has been. Meanwhile, Baltimore's defense, I feel like they can contain Kansas City's offense because Kansas City's offense is not scary. They're basically as depleted as possible as they ever been. So that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
It's gonna be literally the battle
the
of the offense against their defense.
I feel like as far as the running game for Kansas City is not gonna be there as much as we are accustomed to seeing it because Baltimore what they defend for most is the run. They force you to throw it against their defense, but you're not gonna run it down the throat.
Yeah, you're not gonna
They never
throw it
and
on
they
their defense.
yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be tough, and Lamar wants that Super Bowl. Like this is the most ready and focused I've seen him, and the most vocal I've seen him since he started playing.
Mhm.
Is he's become basically where everybody always criticized him that he was quiet, he didn't look like a leader,
He gets criticized for no
and
reason though.
I don't. You're absolutely right because
Cause what
I
this
never seen this man do
what,
anything wrong.
yeah, what else do you want this guy to do? He won the MVP already. He always has his team in the playoffs, but was everybody's being criticized no more that he hasn't been good in the playoffs, right? And then now we think this is his season, and if he gets it this season,
I
then
agree.
everybody forgets about that. So I think Lamar knows it, and he knows this is the best fantasy team he has. That he doesn't have to do everything himself. Because their defense is usually always great. But and they get Mark Andrews back, so who knows? I mean, I think that's one loaded
He also,
offense.
I think also what helped him is that he's not a one dimensional quarterback anymore. He learned how to throw more instead of just being always a scrambler or a runner. So that completely helped him. Now he could stay in the pocket and deliver. He doesn't have to run out of the pocket, but if he needs to, we've seen it. You're gonna have to chase him,
Yeah,
and if your defense is not quick enough, he's gonna score or get the first down or whatever the case is. But he can use his legs when. But now it's when he wants to. It's no longer I need to. Is I feel comfortable to throw it, but if I see the opening, I'm gonna take it too.
but
So it's now as it
also he's
mhm,
like he's not putting his body at risk. Like he'll slide now. He doesn't wait
or
till he
run out of
gets
bounds.
hit. Or
No,
yeah,
yeah,
so that's more on him because you know damn well you don't want it to be end up with a bad injury or it's
no, yeah.
18,
He's
18
evolving as a player.
17 games in one season. Plus, if you make it far, your body's gonna take a toll. You're always getting hit for no reason. Like if you can avoid it, and he does. Now he just drops on the floor like
I know.
he's just dead meat.
And then so we'll see how that game goes. And then we have the Lions going to Santa Clara to play the 49ers.
That's
That
gonna
should be a great game. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know if the Lions have enough on defense to stop their offense. That's my concern. Because offensively, I know 49ers have a good on defense, but offensively they're probably going to put up points.
they'll find a
But
way.
can you stop their off can the Lions stop their 49ers offense?
I think the 49ers could win comfortably. I can't see the Lions defense stopping them. I get they were bend no break for most of the time, but they let Baker come back. And Baker doesn't have anybody on that Bucks team. Now you add CMC, you got Kittle. They say Debo might play,
Debo?
but he's probably just gonna try to get an injection and just fight through the pain because he might not be as useful. And then you got Ayuk. If Brock Purdy doesn't get flustered, because his main issue is that when he gets like flustered and he starts panicking, that's when he does dumb mistakes. Um, but once he gets into the movement and the groove and he commands the offense, he'll have control and he'll get that easy stuff. I just think that the lines on defense don't have enough playmakers to get what they got to get to stop these people. It's going to be tough. And meanwhile, the 49ers have enough defensive players who are easily can stop the little trickery the Lions do or stop the Lions or put pressure on golf or make golf do some dumb turnover. And I think whoever does the dumbest turnover or does more than one turnover is going to lose that game.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be hard to stop him on offense. And Purdy is he's a quarterback that when he gets going, he's hot for the rest of the game. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like in spurts. Once he finds his rhythm, it's gonna be a pass to pass to pass. Like I feel like his rhythm got started when he threw that pass to Kittle.
Yeah,
It was like a
I would like a
35 yard, and after
touchdown.
that it was yeah, and it was perfect. It was just and after that it was just okay to the right, to the left, down the middle, whatever the case is, and then ended up here. CMC just finished the rest. Like they're a momentum team, and it's hard once they got it going, and then they bring that into the defense where they started getting stops or interceptions. It's gonna be hard to play them. So see what the Lions can do. Mostly defensively than offensively. You need to get some type of stop.
Yeah, it's literally going to come down to
But
their defense.
yeah, I agree. Let's see how the conference champions will go, and we're excited to see them. They're good games. But before we leave the NFL, there's a lot of coaches getting hired out there. We have he left college now. It was always rumors that he was gonna leave Michigan, but now it's official. Jim Harbaugh is going to be the head coach for the Chargers. I consider them a playoff team next year.
I think they're a playoff team because they should have always been a playoff team or make it far to the
They
playoffs.
have the talent.
They have the talent. Yeah, they need to beef up the O line. Maybe an extra wide receiver or two. Just because Keenan Allen's getting old, but and maybe a tight end. But they have players, and the fact that their team is always just a disappointment and lose these games, it's on coaching. Because you got the skills. What else do you need? Now you just gotta coach them up better play calls, better coaching, more energy. They probably didn't even trust or have faith in the coach no more. Forgot who they had, but like Harbaugh's gonna have that team going, and I expect them to be heavy contenders with Kansas City in that division.
No, yeah, I agree. I mean, they were only a coach away, in my opinion.
Hmm.
They had everything surrounding them, and now with a coach like him, he's gonna put them definitely where technically they should be always, or where most football people have them, like with talent wise. Then we have Vic. Are you alright over there?
I got my back, and then I yawned.
Oh, then we have Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles now. Got booted out of Miami, and now he landed in Philly. I
It said it
mean,
was mutual agreement. I think maybe he wanted to leave. I
you think
mean,
so?
who knows?
I mean, Philly needs all the help they can get right now because that team does not look like it's going in the right direction.
nah.
So let's see what this does for them.
But Fangio better hope they get it together because if they do bad, Sirianni's out, meaning the whole coaching staff is out. But Vic
Yeah, it's a
Fangio,
whole new.
but Vic Fangio has history, has not credentials, but like rep in the league. That even if someone else comes in, they
Yeah,
probably still love him to have on the team. So he'll still probably
yeah,
get picked up anyways. But that's a blow to Miami because he had that defense going before the injuries.
yeah. I mean, but I think but apparently not a lot of players like them over there either. So who knows?
Oh, really?
I mean, yeah,
Oh, I didn't
that's
know.
what some stories came out like not every player, but certain players didn't like the way he was playing. I guess certain plays or schemes or whatever. So
All right,
there probably was inside issues.
but because of him, your defense was actually phenomenal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Those
It's
players are dumb and they probably think they're know
well
it all.
either way. Let's see what happens in Philly. The Bucks former offensive coordinator now the head coach for the Panthers, Dave Canales. So Panthers got their new coach, another one. It's like every year they got a new coach. So
I did not expect that one. That's odd because the Bucks offense has not been the most beautiful offense in the league. If anything, I thought they would have waited to see maybe they can get the dude from the Lions. But I
okay, Ben
thought, yeah,
Johnson,
that was
yeah.
a shocking one because if you see what Ben Johnson's done with golf, imagine we could try to do and go help out, a young kid over there in Carolina. Um, but to each their own, and that's their story. Uh,
Brian Callahan for the Titans. So they got a new coach.
I didn't see that one coming either.
Um Antonio Pierce, for the
I saw
Raiders.
that
We
one.
seen that one coming.
Hmm.
The players wanted him, everybody wanted him. Gerard Mayo for the Patriots, seen that coming too. They basically brought him in to groom him into
Yeah,
to get into
it
that
was part of his
position once.
contract already.
And then you sent me this earlier that the Rams former DC Raheem Morris is not the head coach for the Falcons, where the Falcons had two meetings with Bill Belichick and decided that he is not their guy.
The Falcons had two meetings with him, and then they said it was gonna be there's still an open coaching position or candidates, whatever. And, then they met with Mike Vrabel, they met with Harbaugh, and they met with um, Raheem. And shout out to New Jersey because he's from New Jersey. Um, and
Word.
I just read that apparently the feeling inside the Atlanta building is that they don't want it to be a short-term position. Because, like I said, I think at this point, Bill Belichick is only chasing to beat Don Shula's record. I think that's all. I mean, yeah, he could try to go for another Super Bowl, but he already has 6 rings. Right, six.
He has nothing to
Brady has
prove.
6 rings.
Yeah, he has
Oh,
6.
so Brady has
Yeah,
7.
because Tom Brady won his
That's
7th.
crazy, right?
No,
7 rings. But
Johnny Bananas has 7 too.
hey, the banana man. So yeah, he has nothing else to prove, and he's already at that age. He's already what, 72, 73. He's probably close to retiring. He probably wants to chill. He's like, I just want to get this record and probably dip. And maybe that's the feeling they get when they were speaking to him. Who knows but he's probably giving that vibe, and that's why a lot of teams are also scared of getting him. Because I saw that the Commanders in Seattle, who have the other 2 coaching positions, Bill Belichick is a long shot for them too, because they think he's just looking for a short-term plan. And let's say he wins those.
That's
Let's
basically was
let's
ruined.
say he wins that in one season though, because what is it, like 13, 16 off, something like that, 17.
Something like that.
So
Then he's done
so
after that.
so
He'll be like,
what?
all right,
Let's say
I'm
he do
done.
that in 2 seasons. If he gets a good team and does that in 2 seasons, which he probably could with Seattle, for sure. Then you're like, all right,
Mm-hmm.
now we're looking for another head coach in the third because he just left. So it's not like you're plugging in a player. You're trying to build like at least 3, 4, 5 years. Coaches get hired for usually 4 to 5 years, because 1 year adjustment,
Yeah.
two, prove it, not prove it, but keep building off it, and then third is like, all right, now this is our year. But with Belichick, I mean, he's probably looking for a short term, and nobody really wants to be that committed to it.
We'll see what happens. Clearly him and Vrabel, Mike
Vrabel.
Vrabel.
I got a tongue twisted with that one.
It's
Mike Vrabel.
they both of them are still out there. I mean, I'm surprised he hasn't even got somewhere either.
Nobody wants that New
So
England person.
yeah, clearly, but we'll see. We'll see what comes on in the next couple weeks. But that's gonna do it for some football. Yeah, we're over football. Okay, now moving on to before that, Netflix did
That's
a
stupid.
$5 billion deal
So they're gonna charge us
with the
extra.
WWE. That's the reason it's stupid. I don't give a fuck that you're streaming though. I can care less. I'll probably watch it if it's there. But I know at some point you're gonna be like, all right, Netflix customers, we're gonna have to raise you a little. No, that's not my problem that you decided to
Where?
do
Because
that
I
though.
never fucking. I haven't
Why
watched
charge
wrestling
me?
fucking since I was a kid. Why am I paying some shit I'm not even gonna watch?
That's not my that's not my problem. Why didn't you just do this as an add-on? Hey, do you want to like watch it? Cool, just pay $5 extra, whatever the
And you can
case is,
stream it.
and you can get
But why are you
WWE.
making it free for
Yes,
everybody? Why? I know damn well there's
yeah,
fucking people out there and that works for Netflix.
it's not
No,
free
I know, but we're paying.
because they're gonna charge
I
you
know, but what I'm
eventually.
saying, like, you're making it free for everybody in a way because we're all paying for it. Why can't you just make it an add-on? But like, hey,
I
we'll do
know.
that. I know damn well the fucking motherfuckers out there in Netflix can figure some shit out. I'll be like, oh no, we're gonna do it as an add-on bonus. Same shit you want to take away with the commercial free, like no advertisement and stuff like that. What they do on
Oh, word.
yeah, or you want to change YouTube TV or Netflix from like I forgot which one it was, but for 4D to like HK or whatever that shit is. And I'm like or HD to 4K. And I'm like, you have to pay extra. That's what it is. Why can't you just do as an add-on? I don't want to watch wrestling. If I want to watch
Yeah,
it, I'll pay for it and I'm happy to pay for it. But I don't want to pay for some shit that I'm not gonna
exactly.
watch.
It's like
You're basically forcing.
it's like Red
You're
Zone.
basically
Like,
forcing that shit on me.
yeah.
Cause now I have to watch it. Cause I gotta get my money's worth for this shit. Cause now you're like, oh, you go on Netflix. I was on, oh, live wrestling. Now I fucking have to force to watch it. Cause you got. I don't want to see that shit. If I want, then I will pay for it. So it's fucking stupid.
you said you said wait. He said they're forcing it on me. I don't want it, but I gotta sit here and watch fucking. And The Rock is not even in
What?
there no
There's a lot
more.
of
Like I
stupid
don't even
shit.
know
I
who's
don't
in there.
care who's in it no more. None of them are
So
related to me no more. John Cena's retiring in 3 years. That's how old we are. I don't see nobody
I
is
know.
anymore. Who the hell
So
are these people? Are some
yeah. So
stupid
I don't
names
know.
too.
I don't know. Some basketball news. The Spurs, they played a good game the other day against
Yeah,
OKC. When we played a good
they
game
still got
against
their eyes
Chet.
blown.
Um Yeah, I mean, they're young, but you know who's killing it? The Knicks. The Knicks are not getting enough coverage. They're absolutely killing it. They beat Brooklyn, which Brooklyn sucks. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. Fuck Brooklyn all day. It's always
Yeah,
been
I
a
was
Knicks
coming at
country.
you. Like, the fuck?
Whoever's listening, because Brooklyn was never a New York team, so they got to get over it. That felt like an away game
That
to
is.
them. It was
Should have stayed in
just so
Jersey.
it sucks.
They had
They probably they
they
had a
had
better
more
shot,
success in Jersey than they had in
but
Brooklyn so far.
I know. But the Knicks, ever since that trade, they only lost 2 games. Today they beat Denver, and Jokic was playing. Denver had their full squad. It's not like they had somebody sitting, and the Knicks played great. I'm excited. They, I'm hopefully they continue. I mean, they just need. I don't know. They need one extra more, like not even a superstar. I'll
They
take an
need
all star. Just another
they
like
need a
scorer or so.
they
They
need a
need a
backup
bench.
point guard.
They need somebody off the
A
bench.
backup point guard. They need a backup
Yes.
point guard,
They need
especially
a
when it comes more in the playoffs.
they need a
When it
six
comes
man.
off when it comes to the
They need
playoffs,
another.
you need that backup point guard because you can't have Brunson playing 7 games against a team 7 times where they don't figure him out, and then he's gonna be exhausted, and he can't
Yeah,
be playing 40, 45 minutes.
that's what happened in the Miami
Exactly.
series.
So you need somebody with experience to come off the bench and lead that second unit or lead the first unit, so Brunson can get a breath of fresh air. Um, that's all you need. I think that's what they
Yeah.
should be looking for in the playoffs. I mean, the playoffs before the trade deadline. If they're actually trying to make a big run this year,
No,
which
yeah.
they have a
Uh,
team to do it. They have that
they
Villanova
could.
connection going.
They could. They could. I mean, just talking about Brooklyn, just give us Bridges, man. This man wants to like he just out there like fuck, man. Look what I'm missing. My whole college
Where
dorm room is in there, and I can't be
he's
with
like
my guys.
he's like
Like,
we're
just
so
send me.
close, and yet you're fucking us up.
I know, but nah, they're close. I'm excited. It could be a year they can get past the second round, with a team like this, and who knows? I mean, what can happen with them? But in other news, Doc Rivers is back in the
That's
NBA.
good. He's
That
sick
didn't
as a
take too long.
commentator.
40 million deal up through 2026 to 27 season, but Milwaukee's playing, I think, 3 different coaches at
They
the
are.
same time at this point. They fired 2. Well, they fired 1. The other one didn't make it the season, and now they got
No,
Doc.
they fired too.
Like, I don't. No. I'm talking about like one was complete. He completed the
And
season.
yeah, but they
The other
both still
one's the
got
mid-season.
fired.
Yeah, like they don't.
So
Oh yeah,
you
of
made it
course.
seem you
But
say one
I
got fired,
mean,
one didn't make the season. Oh, he got fired too.
oh,
So they both got fired.
oh yeah. No, I mean
Yeah.
like after the season. This one didn't even get to the trade
I
deadline
think they
before
start
getting
respecting
fired.
him.
And I just think that they're firing these coaches because, well, especially the one they just fired, is because it's not going as. But it's not like they're not good though. I don't
I get
understand. They still
like
have
they
a
have a
good.
good record, but I guess what it's like Philly. You know, how we said Philly was like, oh, they still were 10-1, or they still like that. But you saw them playing
Okay,
and you knew something was wrong. And obviously, I can't watch their games 'cause I'm not paying for NBA League Pass, so I can't watch the game. But when you see them play, you just see them struggle moments, or they lost games that they shouldn't game lost, and their defense looks bad. That's where you bring.
that's what I'm
That's where
saying.
you
They don't play
bring Doc,
defense.
because Doc, his issue with Philly wasn't defense. It was offensively they couldn't get shit going. The Bucks are the opposite. They got
Yeah,
all offense since they lost Drew, but now they need to bring defense in. So he has to find a way to scheme up defense, but then these people have to play defense too. You can't just be like, all right, now we got a defensive coach who's going to fix. No, you have to actually work your ass off, actually go chase the perimeter, play better zone, play better man to man. Like you have to put effort on defense. Defense is a lot of work to put in. It's easy to play offense in any sport, but when you come play defense, bro, that shit is tough. It's more exhausting because you don't know what's happening. You're trying to predict
hell yeah.
everything. So,
Yeah, no,
but
I agree. But
that
let's see what changes he can do when he comes in there.
but Doc needs another ring for his
But
resume. I think he has had very solid
yeah, I
teams,
mean,
and the fact he only has one ring, that's tough. It's tough.
well, I mean, just enough to say with that Clippers team he had, should have won at least
They were
one,
cursed. They
and
were
couldn't
cursed.
win at all. So I
Yeah,
mean,
that team. He still had the
so I don't
Celtics.
know.
Then the Celtics went away. Philly was Philly had
Philly, if it
that
wasn't for
one season.
Toronto,
And now he has Giannis, Dame. You got a
So
great team over there. What more do you want?
see what he can do with that team. Yeah, see what happens there. And before we get into our level up segment, so I seen this story that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna bring it up because this really fucked up shit. So in Michigan, right, there's an Amish family, right, that went to Walmart. And how did they get to Walmart? In their horse, in their buggy, like basically the carriage, right? Guess what happened?
They stole it.
What do you
They stole their
yeah.
horse. That's fucked up. Fuck, steal that shit.
That's my point. This world is fucked up. Like, can you imagine? Like the come on, the Amish, right? They don't even
Bro,
believe in
see,
none of that. So how are you
how you
supposed to
gonna
call
report it?
somebody? You don't. You don't even have a
And,
exactly.
and, we, and we're
What are
gonna go
you
to
gonna
the
say?
cop. They stole my
Yo,
horse. Yeah, right. Sure they did. And they stole my cow down the road too. So how you gonna get home? You're gonna walk now?
yo,
I didn't even
they
know that.
can't call
Wait, hold
nobody.
on. What are they
I
doing
don't
in
think they believe
Walmart?
in
I thought
cell
they only
phone.
believed like in agriculture stuff.
You mean what they
Like
doing at Walmart?
I thought they farmed their own stuff. I didn't know they did go to a regular grocery stores and start pulling up. Yeah, like
Pulling up?
there's no
Like,
parking for a horse. They probably got towed. But it
what do you
probably got
mean the
towed.
lines?
That's why you can't park there. You left it there.
Yeah, their horse
It
got
got towed.
stolen.
It got
Okay,
towed.
but no, it got stolen. And but how do you steal? Like you just hopped on and took the whole thing, and like down the
It's
road
an
you're just
auto. It's an
chilling.
auto start. You don't need a
Like that.
key. It's like a Tesla. You.
That's what that that's wild
That's
though. I
funny though.
don't
I mean, it's
like,
fucked up for them,
bro. Like
but it's funny
that's
for us.
fuck. That's fuck. Like you're like, all right, I'll be back, right? Like you go inside, come out with groceries and
And
shit,
how
or
do you know they
whatever
don't
it
get lost
is.
without GPS
Yo,
walking
my
home?
horse is. What do you? What the fuck? If they got there some way,
I
they're
know,
gonna
but what
know
if
how to
some of
get
these
back
roads are
home.
like roads you can't be walking on? Like, what if they put the horse on a highway? I don't know. Like, how you get there? That was all small roads. You have to go pretty far.
How do you know that? The, wait, how do you know that the
No, but
Walmart's on a
I'm
highway?
saying like
Why can't they
it's
just
not
be in the
small
middle?
roads. Usually every Walmart is next to like a major road. I doubt you can walk across that major road.
Yeah,
It's like an
I'm
interstate.
pretty sure you could. You took
Yeah,
a
but you
horse
could
down the
take a
major
horse on
road.
a major road. It's not. You shouldn't, but you can.
So you can walk down too on the side.
Wait, how
You know
many
the
how many
shoulder?
how many
You can
people
walk
were
down the
Amish
shoulder.
that got off? No, no, because I want to know how many of them were Amish.
I don't know. I didn't. All I read was
No, because
that
if anything, why they all get
they
off?
got
One of
their
them
horse
should have
stolen.
stayed.
What if I
So
was
how
only
you take a
one?
horse and you're like, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna go to the grocery real quick, and you expect your horse to just be there? What if the horse ran away? Like, how do you know it got stolen? My thing is that there's so many questions to this. How you know it didn't run away? Did you lock it or something? Did you click it so you could lock up to a pole? Like, did you sell somebody to pay, like cover it? Like, there's so many questions. And what were you doing at Walmart?
You're a fuck.
No,
You're a fucked up individual. Straight-
I'm I'm just saying, like, I get I guess they go to Walmart. I didn't know they go to Walmart. I thought they
They're not fucking aliens.
I
Like
know,
they're either
but what I
people.
thought is that I thought they were like kind of like building their own like agriculture, like their own water, their own food. Like,
Their own,
I didn't know that they go to all. So
their
I didn't
own.
know they go to Walmart to get like goods. But I guess they do. Now thinking about it, I mean, I don't know. I thought the Amish people were just in their own little town. That's why you don't see them going in and out to like a Walmart or like a Target. You don't be seeing them pop up.
What will be more well, to wrap the story up, what will be more fucked up is if it's an all Amish town,
Stole
another
their.
Amish person
That's
stole the
fucked up.
fucking
That's actually
horse.
funny though because that's like living in a regular city where they steal your car. You're like, oh, it makes sense. Someone stole my car because I didn't leave it unlocked. I left it unlocked or I left it unattended. So if you're going to a place where you live in Amish people, people they like, oh, this guy got the new horse, like horse 24 power and shit. Let me just take this for a spin. So damn well they're gonna steal it because you all want horses. So if that's not even fucked up. If anything, that's your fault for leaving unattended, knowing where you live. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, you live in an Amish place where everybody's Amish, and you go to a Walmart. You're telling me one Amish person be like, "Yo, the guy got the brand new breed, like the brand new horse and shit." So
The
they just
brand
stole
new
it.
breed. Yo, you seen
Yeah,
you
like
seen the
damn,
hooves on that
you saw
shit?
that new carriage on there.
Yo,
Yeah, the guy got the new one. He's got that little turbo boost.
oh man. I don't know, but you know what? I'm interested. I'm gonna
You
find out
should,
more the
cause
story, and next week I'm gonna tell you
you
exactly
just
what
said
happened. Because I'm
how he
sure.
get robbed, but there's a lot of questions we don't know.
No, no, there was no like at that point there was no story. It was just like headline.
Yeah, but see,
Got their horse
but
stolen.
did you see like a
I'm not gonna write
video?
the
Like, is
fucking
there a video of people just
story.
stealing it? How do you know you just didn't run away? It could have got towed.
Oh wow, a video will be. Imagine a video of like the horse
Fucking want to
just
see a
like
video of
getting
them
fucking
pulling up to
kidnapped. Well,
Walmart.
not
Like, where do you
kidnapped,
park it?
stolen.
Like, what you just leave on the side? Like, what the hell?
Oh man. All right. Let's just get into it. Let's get into a level up segment. Ooh, who's gonna be your level up team for this week?
49ers. Because, yeah, I'm not gonna pick a team
49ers.
that I don't think is gonna win.
Okay.
And I say the 49ers because they played a very poor game last week. Should have lost it to Green Bay. Green Bay had the opportunity to lose that game. And I think the 49ers need to come out, take advantage, establish their home territory, and say, all right, this is the way that we're going to play this game. And your offense has to basically play catch up to us, and it's going to rely on your defense to stop us. The only way you have a chance, because now we're going to put up numbers in this one. Because their offense struggled, like mightily struggled to do anything last week. So you want them to come in, set the tone right, and then just take full advantage, and then you glide yourself right into the Super Bowl. Because they had a lot to say last year, saying they didn't have a quarterback. You got a quarterback now. Now, if you get limited this time, what's your excuse now? Because last year we were like, all right, you had your fourth string, whatever. You
Okay.
had this chance to make it to the Super Bowl and show everybody what you got and face already Baltimore again after they beat down they gave you.
You said face Baltimore again, and then that's exactly where I'm going. You're talking about like set a tone. That's what Baltimore needs to do at home. So that's why I'm taking them as my level up team. Set a tone. Kansas City, there's no way you should let Kansas City go into Baltimore and win. And with the defense that you have, ride from that defense from the get go. Have that defense create the turnovers that they what?
Oh,
Ride that defense from the get go. What the fuck did you hear? Actually, I don't even want to know what you heard.
it's like Bart Howell. They're like phrasing because it just you said it so quick. I'm like, what? What kind of game is this?
You make sure that defense has the turnovers, which I really think that they're gonna have at least one or two with the way they play offense. It's either gonna be some type of fumble or a pick, and with the offense that you got, Lamar is this game's to show that I'm going to the Super Bowl and it's my year to win it. Like regardless of who I'm
and if
facing
Baltimore doesn't win,
in the Super Bowl.
everybody's gonna say a narrative. Lamar can't do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
Exactly,
That's because
and
that's
therefore
what's been the
Allen can make an
narrative.
excuse. Well, at least Lamar has an MVP. But when Lamar plays it, But when Lamar plays a
I
great game,
understand
they
that, but
lose. Everyone's like, Mahomes did it again. Lamar still couldn't get it done in the playoffs. That's exactly what the narrative.
Mahomes went on the road, won.
And
Lamar
even though
choked.
he still had a great
That's
game.
gonna be the storyline.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna be the storyline. The game can end 60-61, and if
What
Baltimore
I'm saying,
loses, Lamar
that's what I'm
choked.
saying.
100 doesn't matter.
Allen played great.
You're right.
But let's say Lamar plays great. always find an excuse. Why are Allen are we always making I mean with Lamar we never have an excuse, but with Allen we always have an excuse. At least Lamar has done something. He at least won an
Uh,
MVP, about to win 2 MVPs.
yeah, but I mean, so this is the year for Baltimore to take advantage of
The
everything.
best team they
Obviously,
have.
Buffalo's out. Okay, the Chiefs are not who we expected. To be honest,
It's
I
just
don't
because they
know
have
how they're
Mahomes.
here in this
Mahomes
position
finds
because
a
they
way to
haven't
get
been
these
good all
people
year.
in.
And Cincinnati's not in because Burrow's out. If it was that, it would have been a different story. So this is
Yeah,
their chance to reach the Super Bowl. Not saying that every year they're not going to be in the playoffs, but every year you're going to play either Mahomes or Burrow.
or the Jets.
That's the two you're going to have to pass. And this
Jets.
year, just who? We're not worrying about that.
You get it.
So in this year,
You get it. It's right though.
huh? No, it's not. You have like a 300 $3,900
We still
year
gotta
old
get that.
man
Now we
coming
got
back.
Adams. We got
It's
Garrett
like,
Wilson. We got Calvin Ridley. We got T.
oh,
Higgins.
you got who?
That's 4 wide receivers.
Yeah,
And we're getting
we're cutting you off.
we're getting
We're
2 O
we're cutting
lines. We're
you
getting
off.
both alt from Notre Dame, and we're getting
Yeah.
Alalu from Penn State, beefing that up. And we're getting Brock
Okay.
Bowers.
Nice. So, all right, cool. That's it. I mean, hey, it's rigged.
And
So
we're
I'm about
getting
to just bet
Derrick
you
Henry.
guys at this point. But guess what? All
Wildcat,
that, and
Wildcat.
if Rodgers
No,
goes
full
down
Wildcat.
injured,
We're going full
no,
Wildcat on that
the
shit.
fuck out of here. But yeah, so Baltimore needs to go out there, just set the tone. This is our home, and we're gonna dominate
And we need to make the
defensively and then
conspiracy
score
theory
points
true
and force
that
you
the
to try.
colors matter.
So, a word. I mean, if I knew that from the beginning, before like mid-season, I would have
That
just
shit better
placed
be
a
green
bet on
next
who's
year.
making the Super Bowl. Shoot.
That shit ain't green. I ain't talking.
All right. And now let's go into our picks of the week. Last week, you had an amazing week. You went 4-0. Ravens, 49ers, Lions, and Chiefs. I went 3-1. We had one game different. Ravens, 49ers, Lions, and Bills. Puts you at 6-4.
Ooh.
Puts me at 7-3. Cutting it close. Cutting it close. Since I'm still in the lead, I mean, you're gonna have to take a different team. So
Take
I'm taking Baltimore
49ers.
and the 49ers.
I don't have to do shit. If this ends in a tie, this ends in a tie.
So
Because of the Super
fuck,
Bowl,
he was gonna
you go
tie.
purposely for who I'm going with.
Which?
I know damn well you probably go 49ers, and I'm going
Nah.
Baltimore.
What if if it's Baltimore 49ers?
Then I'll go 49ers.
No, I'm going Baltimore.
What the hell?
OBJ is there.
He hasn't even been on your team in years.
He's still my guy though, so it doesn't matter. He get 2 rings just
That's
by traveling
wild.
to different teams. I mean, why not?
At least this
He's
time
just
hopefully he
chilling.
plays.
Okay, but for no, I know, but for this team, he played here and there. Let's say he wasn't gonna be a main piece. We all knew that. But for the Rams, he was gonna be a main piece,
He was having
and
a great
probably
game.
was gonna be Super Bowl
He was having a great
MVP
game.
if he didn't get injured. So it's like that's the only difference. It's like here he knew like he was not gonna be the main guy, but I mean if he can go out there somehow and make plays, not a lot, but like help the team, why not? Make sure like, but first these 2 teams got to get through these games
easily
because it's football and you never know what can happen. But so let's see what happens. And that's gonna wrap it up for another great episode of Keeping It Real, because that's exactly what we did. And let's enjoy these games, have fun. As always, I'm Gerald. I got my little brother with me. He's over there clapping. There you go. Until next time, guys.